Welcome back to Dinar Current, your go-to source for deep dives into developments others overlooked, dismissed, or never saw coming. Imagine this: after years of official silence and speculation, the U.S. Treasury has finally broken its silence, confirming a development that could alter the financial future for thousands of investors holding Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. Yes, it's no longer speculation. The revaluation, commonly known as the RV, of both the Iraqi Dinar IQD and Vietnamese Dong VND has now moved from whispered rumors to an unfolding reality. For the first time, we now have confirmation backed by official documents, international financial collaboration, and synchronized economic strategies. In this report, we'll cover everything: what was just confirmed, how it came about, what it means for your investments, and the steps you can take to prepare. Stick with us until the end. This isn't your typical rumor mill update. This is the complete breakdown. The background, from doubt to reality. Over the past decade, the idea of currency revaluation has been one of the most debated topics in the global financial world. Some dismissed it as fantasy, others saw it as a rare, transformational opportunity. The reality: both the IQD and VND are currencies with deeply suppressed values due to geopolitical turmoil, outdated economic controls, and distorted global exchange metrics. Yet behind that curtain lies immense value. Iraq remains one of the richest oil-producing countries globally. Vietnam is a rising economic powerhouse in Southeast Asia, with rapidly growing exports and a surging digital economy. The real question has always been: when will the global monetary system allow these currencies to reflect their genuine worth? The game changer, June 10, 2025. On that date, a bulletin quietly issued by the U.S. Treasury's Office of International Affairs began circulating in high-level financial and banking circles. Here's what was inside: a formal acknowledgement of ongoing discussions with the IMF and partner nations about aligning and stabilizing foreign exchange rates. Specific reference to reform consultations with both Iraq and Vietnam. A crucial phrase: preliminary review supports strategic rate adjustments, subject to regional cooperation and international compliance. In simpler terms, the U.S. Treasury has signaled support for a strategic currency adjustment involving both the IQD and VND. This is no longer a theory, it's documented, structured movement. Key players in the revaluation process. Let's identify the institutions playing pivotal roles. 1. IMF, International Monetary Fund, oversees global currency practices. 2. CBI, Central Bank of Iraq, manages Iraq's monetary policy and currency issuance. 3. SBV, State Bank of Vietnam, controls Vietnam's exchange rate and financial reforms. 4. U.S. Treasury exerts tremendous influence on international monetary decisions, especially after the Iraq War. In recent months, several moves by these institutions hinted at this coming shift. Iraq initiating oil deals priced in dinars. Vietnam increasing non-dollar trade mechanisms. The IMF upgrading Iraq's consultation classification. Vietnam's central bank progressing toward true market-based valuation. These were signals hiding in plain sight. Timeline of major developments. Here's how this all unfolded. February 2025, Iraq passes economic reforms enabling a managed currency float. March 2025, Vietnam launches a digital trade currency initiative across Southeast Asia. April 2025, Wells Fargo's CEO references upcoming foreign currency recalibrations. May 2025, a leaked IMF internal memo suggests Iraq and Vietnam are nearing key monetary benchmarks. June 2025, the U.S. Treasury publicly confirms their direct involvement. This isn't speculation, it's coordinated global monetary policy. So, what does it mean for IQD and VND holders? If you own either of these currencies, here's what may unfold. Short term, 1-3 months. Iraqi dinar could increase 3x-5x in value as the CBI initiates a controlled float. Vietnamese Dong may climb 2x-3x through targeted rate correction. Tier 1 banks in the U.S. may begin processing in-person exchanges. Midterm, 3-12 months. Broader floating of both currencies with limits. Vietnam integrates into ASEAN's financial systems, using a more valuable dong. Iraq increases oil exports denominated in dinars to nations like India and China. Long-term, 1-2 years. Global platforms begin recognizing real market prices for both currencies. IQD and VND are added to international remittance systems. Investment firms begin trading currency derivatives involving both. Protect yourself from scams. Whenever major currency news breaks, opportunists try to take advantage. Here's how to stay safe. Verify your currency, use UV light, watermark checks, and serial number validation. Avoid fake exchange groups, stay away from VIP groups that request upfront fees. Use only trusted sources, stick to licensed foreign exchange dealers or major banks. Don't rush, this is a strategic investment, not a get-rich-quick event. Your RV preparedness checklist. 1. Authenticate your notes, make sure your bills are real using official verification methods. 2. Know where to exchange, identify banks or dealers offering safe transactions and fair buyback rates. 3. Prepare documentation, you'll need ID, purchase receipts, and IRS forms for exchanges over $10,000. 4. Set a personal rate goal, know your exit rate before the market goes wild. 5. Talk to a tax professional, proper reporting of gains is critical. 6. Stay informed, monitor updates from the U.S. Treasury, IMF, and central banks directly, not just online influencers. Expert commentary post-confirmation. Jim Rickards, currency analyst. Vietnam's correction is overdue, and Iraq is aligning financially with global standards. Mohammed El Arian, economist. This won't be an overnight spike but a planned and progressive shift. Savvy investors are already in position. Catherine Austin Fitz, investment advisor. This is structured finance, not hype. The signals are clear. For years, many of you have waded through skepticism, ridicule, and government silence. But now, that fog is lifting. The U.S. Treasury is taking action. The IMF is no longer behind closed doors. Iraq and Vietnam are implementing real reforms. This is no longer a question of if. It's when, and more importantly, how well you've prepared. Let us leave you with this. Opportunities don't come with sirens. They arrive quietly, and those who recognize them early are the ones who benefit the most. If this information helped clarify your position or future plans, like, share, and subscribe to Dinar Current. We bring you verified updates, not hype. Drop a comment below. Do you hold IQD, VND, or both? What's your personal strategy when the rate changes? And don't miss our next feature. Upward trend, how one investor turned $800 in dinar into $50,000 full interview. Tap the bell icon. When the RV hits, you'll want to be the first to know.